From Elven Forest, where we began as a naked warrior punching spies with nothing but our fists, to forging our first copper armor and wielding our very first weapon. Through the trials of the old world, we braved the cataclysm, and from the flames we emerged, clad in Redsteel, armed with obsidian, battered but unbroken. But today, we face our greatest challenge yet, Dragonflight. This is the journey of a classic Andy, thrown into a new world. We'll level up, lose our sanity, mine, craft, die, and rise again, all with one ultimate goal: to raid using only crafted gear. Welcome to CraftedLocked. You asked for it. Longer episodes and more progress, so here we go. This week, the goals are: reach level 60, craft Dragonflight armor, reach level 70, and test our steel in a dungeon. That means it's time to step on the gas and forget to let go. We start in Stormwind, where Raszageth gives us our first taste of the Dragonflight campaign.
I am pleased that you have accepted our invitation to the Dragon Isles, Lord Commander.
During the dark days of the Cataclysm, the Aspects made great sacrifices to save our world.
Archmage Khadgar shows up too and delivers the bad news. Something terrible is happening on the Dragon Isles. We learn about Raszageth, one of the primal incarnates, basically proto-dragons who said nah to the Titan blessing and chose raw elemental chaos instead. Raszageth controls storms, lightning, and bad vibes. Thousands of years ago, she got clapped by the Aspects and sealed in the Vault of the Incarnates. But nothing stays sealed forever. In Dragonflight, she's back, angry, stormy, and hellbent on freeing her siblings so they can wipe Titan influence from Azeroth. So yeah, imagine if Zeus and a thunderstorm had a baby, and then that baby got really mad at you for organizing your sock drawer. That's Raszageth. Our first quests throw us straight into the chaos, killing proto-whelps and proto-drakes, rescuing Cockcatcher, Relid, and Lockeye. And wow, this new gear slaps! We're hitting 1.5k DPS, absolutely massive compared to the copper gear. And what's better, every hit, every crit, it's all powered by gear we crafted ourselves. It feels surreal. We even get rewarded with a massive 24-slot bag, replacing the tiny 6-slot we've been carrying since Classic. Suddenly, I can actually hold ore, vendor trash, and BOEs. Yep, okay, I said it. I read it in the comments that you guys find it funny how I say BOE, so like, thank you. And then, we meet Sendrax. She helps us signal Majordomo Silistra and Raffion with a flare that was meant for emergencies only. Yeah, kind of evil on our part, but it works. At the outpost, Commander Lethenok puts us to work. And here's the thing, I'm a completionist, which can be both good and bad. The Dragonflight campaign gives a ton of XP. The zones scale, side quests are everywhere, and leveling here is fast. Compared to the old world grind, this was like putting the game on turbo mode. But here's where I had mixed feelings. The campaign has epic cinematics, Raszageth scheming, Dragonflights clashing, and then suddenly, hey, put these bees in a bottle and grab some fruit from that tree. The tension just collapses. I want an epic war story against Raszageth, but half the time I felt like a part-time beekeeper. So Mehdi, please come back. You can fulfill your destiny. Come on. It's been long enough. It's been like 2 years since you uploaded a WoW video? Come on, man. You really gotta do it. Dragon riding was pretty cool. But honestly, maybe my classic Andy brain doesn't get it. But everybody hypes it up and I'm just here like, it's mid, you know? I'm sorry. In a way though, that was also good news. If Dragonflight's campaign pacing felt weird, it only made me more excited to experience the War Within campaign later. Hoping it's the true epic story of retail, you know? One thing I did enjoy though, bonus objectives. 10,000 XP for just killing a couple of mobs? Sign me up! And everything gave XP. Mining, questing, killing. I actually loved that. It made the grind feel way smoother. Then came the Primalist Outpost. Our job? Secure the dragon eggs and return them to the ruby life pools. We find the eggs, but they're guarded. Sendrax sacrifices herself, shielding me so I can save the clutch. I succeed, but she's gone. I kneeled before Sendrax, paying my respects. But apparently the Dragonflies did not care. Everybody else was just like, woohoo, egg saved! Like, no mentions of Sendrax at all, which kind of hurt. Like, I know that dragons are typically very edgy and pretty cold in the Warcraft universe, but like not even like oh, what happened to Sendrax? No, none of that. It was just like, oh my god, are those the eggs? I'm getting sidetracked here. Anyways, we ride with the Major Domo to the Ruby Life Pools and finally meet Alexstrasza, the Lifebender herself. She explains their purpose, to cradle all of the new Dragonflights. We're introduced to their caretakers like Zeus, Axhal, I think, Mother Elian, and Zakrana, each with their own assigned roles. And what do? Hand out watering cans and ropes. Epic fantasy, it's more like a medieval job fair. Then, just to keep things on brand, we even control a whelp to clear out invaders. I mean, I'll take the XP, but still, it's really weird pacing. We're then asked to gather fruit, seeds, and flowers. Yup. Mighty warrior of the Alliance, Savior Azeroth, now a part-time gardener. That sounds like an anime in the making. To spare you all the filler, here's the quick recap. We rescued a couple of explorers, set some frogs free, and smashed a bunch of earth elementals. The usual MMO checklist. But then came the worst part. Platforming. In front of me, a field of tornadoes. The task, time my jumps and sprints to get through without being shredded by the wind. Here's how it went. Honestly, I think a baby could have done a quicker and better job, but hey, listen, at the end of the day, I made it through. We then take a seat next to, and I'm sorry if I butcher his name, Veritas Trazes, where he tells us his story. He's been alive for 10,000 years, could you believe that? And I mean, just look at that view! It was honestly a perfect little break. I was able to just enjoy his stories and enjoy the view. By the end of it all, we hit level 44 and unlocked dragon riding. And yeah, as I mentioned later, it is cool. Like, you're on a big dragon, you're flying and all that. But let's be real, we've been riding big dragons since Wrath, so like, what's the point? I will admit though, it is flashy, but I actually prefer steady flight. Sometimes simple is better. Anyways, back to questing. There's a commotion. Raszageth is on the move, and after speaking with Alexstrasza, we rush headfirst to the front lines and find Lethanak again, who basically says, yep, there's a rebellion, go smack it down. And so we do. Proto-dragons and rage cliffs, bonus objective XP, you know the drill. But it all builds up to Raszageth, our first real mini-boss of the Isles. We take him down, and then the cutscene hits.
Raszageth, enough! We need not fight another war. There is still time to see reason. Time is precisely what you stole from me.
An absolutely epic dragon and dragon brawl. Raszageth and Alexstrasza going blow for blow, and she loses. The Storm Eater wins. And just when it all seems lost, Wrathion comes crashing in to save the day. It was genuinely absolute cinema. Alexstrasza survives, but she's worried about the eggs and not the battle. Wrathion sees this as a personal insult, which is like classic little brother energy, and storms off to prove himself. This leads us to the Obsidian Citadel, Rathion's proving ground. Here's where the Lorddom kicks in. Neltharion, aka Deathwing, once created the Draktyr, then froze them in time when the old gods got to him. Turns out that Wrathion isn't the only heir around. We met Sibelian and another son of Neltharion, which confused me because I thought that Wrathion was the last black dragon standing, and sibling rivalry, you know the deal. Inside the Citadel, we're told to restore the Oathstone. Sounds straightforward until Penumbras shows up. This big stupid boulder absolutely wrecked me twice. I mean, look at it. Eventually, I teamed up with another player, and together we smashed him down. Classic WoW moment, honestly. Misery loves company. We secured the Citadel, and now Wrathion and Sibelian are in a contest for followers. And me, I'm just stuck running their errands, basically signing petitions for who's the better brother. Oh, and we get an escort mission where we carry eggs from the bulwark to the life shrine. thrilling! Honestly, the story here is all over the place. Epic sibling drama one moment and then babysitting eggs the next. I could be overly critical of Dragonflight's campaign, and since I remember classic WoW lore, I may be comparing it too hard. What do you think? Is retail lore or classic lore better? But while all of that was happening, I was mining every vein I could find. Because here's the deal. To craft a full Explorer's plate set, I needed at least level 50 blacksmithing, and to wear it, I had to hit level 70. Or meant progress, and luckily it also meant XP. Every Seraphite vein gave me 1000 XP, and considering that each level is about 50k, mining alone was a solid way to climb. After hours of questing and mining, we finally hit level 60. Goal 1, check. And with it, the moment you've been waiting for, our first Dragonflight crafts. At the forge, we crafted Dragonflight blacksmithing hammer and pickaxe, tools of the trade. Then our first gear pieces, Explorer's plate bracers, boots, and chest guard. And wow, we looked absolutely atrocious. Half-naked warrior and mismatched tin cans, but ridiculous or not, we were way stronger than before. And even better, each new craft gave over 10,000 experience. Crafting equals leveling. This challenge is paying off in ways I didn't even expect. After even more mining and hitting level 64, it was time to forge the real set. Piece by piece, we hammered away the Explorer's expert clasps, greaves, and gauntlets, and also a great axe that absolutely dwarfed our old obsidian executioner. Finally, the spoilers and the helmet to complete the set. And here's the kicker. We crafted everything at its highest potential, pushing the item level as far as we could. The jump in power was absolutely insane. But we're not done yet. We still need to reach level 70 and then it's time to step into a dungeon. So back to the campaign we go. We head into the Onoran Plains, home of the Maruk Centaur Khans. People who hunt, feast, and fight to keep their land in balance. We travel alongside them, helping them restore order to their clans. Yeah, about that. So talk about an overpull, huh? For a second there, I actually felt like a tank. By this point, I'll be honest, the campaign had me completely overwhelmed. I was just following markers on the map. There was some betrayal, clan drama, and a whole lot of me cleaning up their mess. But it all paid off, because after taking down Korolev, we finally dinged level 70. Another goal complete. So, I found a rock overlooking the Isles, stood tall, and equipped each piece, one by one. Gone was the half-naked mess I've been running around in. Now, I look like royalty. Forged steel gleaming in the skies, and once I mounted on my own dragon, absolute menace! With power surging through my crafted set, it was time for the final step, a dungeon, and so we queued up. And then the tank and healer went AFK, and then we wiped, and then the group fell apart. Classic retail, it doesn't matter, some things simply never change. Me? What are you talking about? Wait, what does that even mean? No, wait. Thank you guys so much for your support. It has honestly been insane. At the time of uploading this video, we broke 1,000 subscribers, which I never thought would happen. This also marks the end of Season 1, and so the winner of our giveaway is Miles5084. Congratulations, brother. Please get in touch with me via my Discord, the link is in the description. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you enjoyed the journey, as we try to reach level 60 in Hardcore and return to the War Within.